Welcome to this Chicago Manual of Style workshop. We will have a brief overview of Chicago, which is often referred to as CMS or CMOS. Our objective is to understand the structure of the paper, how the Chicago citation system works, the elements of these citations, and why citation is so important. My name is Betty Rue, and I'm a librarian at Lone Star College, University Park. Let's get started. So the purpose of citation, it gives credit, doesn't it, to the original creator of ideas or words. The information may be from a book or a website or a video. Given credit to the information source protects the user from plagiarism. The citation gives your writing credibility as you use information from experts to support your statements. And the citations allow others to find the information, as the citation works as a kind of address to find the original source. The major paper components of a Chicago paper include the title page, the paper itself, and the bibliography. You can find a Chicago paper template at upresearch.lonestar.edu. This document will download and is programmed with the correct font, spacing, margins, title page, all conforming to Chicago specifications. And here is an image of that guide. The first page with the template. The tabs to the left side will contain examples of proper citation for the different information types you will encounter. The citations for a website or a government web page or a video, articles from magazines, newspapers, journals, and books. All of that varies a little bit, and these examples will help you format your citations correctly. This is a typical Chicago cover page. Officially, the exact placement of these cover page components are not specified. However, you can use the placeholders found in the template, or simply gauge that it's about a third of the way down for the title of your paper, and then about 2/3 down for your name, the course name and number, and the date. Notice that the page number does not appear on the title page. You can see, as we look closer at this paper, that the superscript numbers are there. This is the in-text citation. These superscript numbers indicate that at this location of the paper, the writer has used information from another source to support what's being said in the paper. So you can see that there's a 1 superscript, 2 and 3, and then matching with the numbers, you'll see the footnotes at the bottom of the page. Notice the single spacing in the footnote area. The Chicago Notes and Bibliography style is popular in the humanities. Just so you know, there's another style for Chicago called author date, but we won't worry about that today. The notes in bibliography is used in literature or history and in the arts. In this system, sources are cited in numbered footnotes. Each footnote corresponds to a rate superscript number in the text. The last page of a Chicago paper is titled Bibliography, and on this page is listed in alphabetical order each information source used in the paper. The elements of a source vary based on the type of information source. In the Chicago Guide viewed earlier, we have those examples of the different source types. Follow those examples and the punctuation as well. Those bits and pieces are important. The bibliography should include every work that is cited in the text. If you have a footnote, you should have a corresponding entry on the bibliography. Exceptions, however, do exist, such as unpublished correspondence or interviews and sacred text, such as the Bible. Some exceptions, but for the most part, you'll be having notes in your paper or those footnotes and the bibliography. The in-text citation works with your citation page called the bibliography. Together, the in-text and the full citations give credit to the original author, help others to locate the information, and verify that information, such as the currency, the publication date of the information. Again, if you have a footnote citation in your paper, it signals that a corresponding full citation can be found in the bibliography. If you list a source in the bibliography, you will have a matching footnote in your paper. There are, like I said, some exceptions to this rule. The Word application actually makes inserting the footnotes quite easy. It's on the blue ribbon that you'll see references. When you click on references, then this menu opens up down below and you can see insert footnote right here. No matter what citation style you're using or how unfamiliar it may seem, the elements continue to be who wrote it, what did they call it, when was it published, where did it appear. This slide shows the bibliography page. MLA, you may know, refers to this page as works cited. APA, another citation style, uses this page and calls it references. It is in each format an alphabetical list of all the information sources used for the article. In Chicago, you see we have single spacing. You'll have two lines beneath or two entries beneath the title bibliography. I think that's 4 lines altogether. You will have single spacing for each one of your citations. Notice that there is a hanging indent. That second line of each citation is indented 0.5. And then there is a double space that is in between each of the citations. And the hanging indent, you see that in APA as well as MLA. But here in Chicago, like I said, you'll find single spacing within the citation on the bibliography page. That is different from MLA and APA. 2 lines after the title, and then 1 line after each citation. alphabetical listing. So the footnotes are numbered consecutively, even when referring to the same source multiple times. If you use, say, Smith's article several times, you may have a footnote for that same source, but each time you use it, the footnote will be numbered 1, and then the second time 2, third time 3, and so forth. Regardless that it's the same source, you'll have consecutive numbers each time the source is used in your paper. The first time you use a source, the footnote is the full footnote. The second time you can condense the footnote. And so here is the full note for Nancy Towsley's article appearing in Canadian Art, the 20th volume, the first issue of that volume, the date of the publication, and then there's a page number in the full note. Then the second time that you use her article, it will be condensed, but you will still have the author's last name, a shortened version of the title, and then the page number. Notice the punctuation. And then you can see here is a view of several footnotes. The Towsley's full note is number 1, and then there is another source that is used, and it is number 2. But when you go further on in your paper and again you use Towsley, then on that page you would superscript number 3, and your footnote will be listed as number 3 in a condensed version. Hanging indent, or not a hanging indent, excuse me, a paragraph indent. So in the footnote, you can see just side by side the differences. In the footnote, you have a number, and then the author's name is first name, last name, comma. And then if you look at that element in the bibliography, the author's name is not numbered, it's alphabetized correctly, and then the last name comes first, followed by the first name, and then there's a period. The title of the article is the same in the footnote as in the bibliography. And then you can see that the page numbers are different. In the footnote, you will have the actual page number where the information that is being used has been taken from, whereas as in the bibliography, the entire article page numbers will be listed. You have 63 through 65 for this entire article. Here is another pointing out the changes in the author's name, the punctuation, and then the page numbers. And here is a view from a journal article appearing in the JSTOR database. The elements to complete the citation are visible. And then if needed, you have experts to help you put the elements in a correct order with the correct punctuation. Those experts are your librarians, the Chicago Guide that we viewed earlier, and the published Chicago Manual itself is available. It is a reserve item at the library. If you don't have one in your possession, the reserve item can be utilized in the library. Here again we look at the placement of those footnotes and the actual footnotes that are added by word that are at the bottom of that page. And now you have an opportunity to measure your understanding of Chicago. Complete the tutorial or the quiz at this link to receive your certificate. You might want to take I don't think this link is clickable at this point. You might want to just take a picture of this slide to make sure you get to the tutorial. If during the quiz you do have questions, we want you to learn also not just Chicago style, but learn that questions are a good thing. And during the quiz, you can actually text a librarian at this number, and we'll be glad to help you with any questions you may have. Thank you.